Hello, my beauty. So, I don't know about you, but if you're anything like me, 2025 was an absolute roller coaster of a year. So, to welcome in 2026 was a watershed for me. So, and obviously that ties in with all the energies that are going on and what we know of 2026, how the energies are changing, the systems, the oppressive systems are falling and fading. Have you noticed? Have you noticed they're all starting on each other now? Trump's in there kicking Starmer's backside, and yeah, they're all starting on each other. They've realised that they're not really getting much going from the people. We're all sick and tired of them, so they've started on each other. So yeah, go for it. Take each other down. Saves us a job. And the EU are being sued by about at least 4 other countries. So that takes them out, because they're a bunch of crooks too. Complete welcome in of 2026 with the new energies, with the change, the dramatic changes that are going to take place energy-wise. So if you're not a sensitive when it comes to energy, and you sort of don't really think it through, you might not notice it, might just pass you by. But if you're the sort of person that thinks about things and why a series of events are happening or anything like that, then you will have evaluated the dramatic energy of 2025 and be looking forward to a new year. So, for the first time in about 5 years, I stayed up. I didn't do it on purpose because I like my early nights, but I stayed awake. I'd had a bit of a sleep in on New Year's Eve morning, and so I wasn't quite so exhausted. And I was listening to a podcast that Pam Gregory had been on recently. Pam, I love Pam, and I was listening to that, and then I looked at the clock, and it was 20 to 12, and then the next thing, poof, and it was 5 to 12, and I'm in the outskirts of London, so it's pretty busy when it comes to celebrations like Eid or Diwali or Guy Fawkes, New Year's Eve. Of course, the dog was cowering under the bed. I did get him one of those little muff things. I've bought him 2 now, but as soon as he gets off the bed, he's like, get this off, get it off. It's like, well, that's meant to help you. Yeah, he doesn't want that help. He wants to just get under the bed and duck for cover in his little Anderson shelter. So I managed to be up, and so I'm currently in a loft room. So I get fantastic views across towards Shooters Hill, over City Airport. And well, it was pretty spectacular, all the fireworks that were going off. But I felt a big sense of joy. I felt it. It was so tangible. It was so visceral. It really hit me. This feeling of joy and hope and excitement and a sense of peace as well, which kind of contradicts the excitement, but there was this really, really positive energy that popped. And when I thought about it, I thought back over the evening And there was a point, I've had two builders rip me off, so I was like, so, and I was really struggling to shake that feeling of, but then suddenly it did lift, and I didn't really think anything about it until I remembered the thoughts that I had prior, and then no, don't worry about it. Just no, it's okay. You better. So, to a sense, I felt back to normal. But when I thought about it, I counted back, and it was around the time when several countries had hit their 2026. So I think it started at about 10 o'clock Universal Time, or GMT, AM. And then obviously one by one they're all stacking into, lining up to get into 2026. So by the time that I started to feel that real change, I would say approximately half, maybe a little bit less, but half of the countries had hit 2026. So that kind of made sense, because I thought, right, so I was getting it. I was getting those vibes from those countries. They're all going into 2026. The vibe is high, and that's when it hit me. Because they say, I think it is something like only 2080? 20%, once 20, I can't remember. But there's a percentage, and it's not as much as you might think. So maybe a third, let's say, a third of, I'm never good at remembering facts and stuff. A third of the population, once a third of the population are on board with something, very, very easily the rest will just follow after. I think they say something like half, I think it might even be 25%, but yeah, so 25%, let's say, of people waking up, and then very quickly it's a knock-on effect, and then everybody follows. And then you've got the 25% that want to stay in the 3D world. They want to stay in the depths. They don't want to come out of the negative state, and that's fine too. Obviously, we live and let live, don't we? So yeah, so I just wanted to say that, really. Happy New Year, of course. And did you feel it? I felt it.